America's healthcare system hangs in the balance. We're bombing a whole bunch of countries. Michigan's water is still contaminated. The Dakota Access Pipeline already sprung a leak. SpaceX keeps launching things into space on the reg, and a whole new commercial space industry is opening up. All of these things are going on in the news right now, and so much more. And guess what CNN's talking about? You know exactly what they're talking about. I don't even need to tell you, because we all know that all they're talking about on CNN is Donald Trump. Non-stop, all the time, completely obsessed CNN is with Donald Trump, to the point where newsbusters.org decided to do a little study. On Friday, May 12th, a team of their analysts reviewed all the footage that CNN aired between 4 a.m. and 11 p.m. for a total of 20 hours. Then they subtracted all the time for commercials, teasers, or promos and determined that CNN had aired 13 hours and 27 minutes of actual news programming within that time period. And of those 13 hours and 27 minutes, a whopping 12 hours and 19 minutes of it were devoted singularly to the Trump presidency. 92% of CNN's coverage was only about Trump. The remaining 68 minutes was all that CNN aired about any other news for those 20 hours on May 12th. That's it. That's all CNN dedicated to actual real news. And it gets worse, because the analysts also studied whether the coverage of Trump was good or bad, and guess what? They discovered 96 of CNN's guests on May 12th were critics of President Trump. There were only 7 guests who offered pro-Trump counterpoints. CNN did coverage of Melissa McCarthy's parody of Sean Spicer that day too, instead of covering real news. But the vast majority of CNN's airtime was used to endlessly analyze the James Comey firing, which was already 3 days old at that point. And the vast majority of discussion was anti-Trump. In fact, a lot of it went beyond just being anti-Trump, down to just plain rude, like when one guest said crassly, "Give the President of the United States a pacifier and a rattle and put him in a crib." This is how anti-Trump CNN's coverage got on May 12th. So, whatever you think about President Trump is up to you. But when it comes to what CNN thinks about Trump, well, their bias is crystal clear.